And we back. Now, I was looking through my Twitter notifications and somebody sent me this quiz. They said, Kenny, this is a great quiz because you think you're doing good because it starts off easy. But by the time you halfway through, you start to realize that this quiz gets harder and harder and harder until the point where you don't even know any of the answers. So every time I get something like that, I'm like, I got to go through it. I got to kill it. But we add in some stakes to it. Because I can go through quizzes like this and get a 94% and I'm like, Kenny, you did great. You the king of this. But there's never really no stakes. So today's quiz, for every question I get wrong, I'll give away either an Xbox card or a PlayStation card. Get you a little $10 gift card. You feel me? You open up some VC. You can do whatever you want with it. So this is the one time I'm giving y'all permission to root against me. Any other time, you're on my side. But follow me on Instagram and Twitter because that's where I'll be giving away the cards. But that's if I get anything wrong. So that's 35 questions here. It was made by Jalen Juice Fan. He says, are you going to be able to answer all of these questions about the NBA in 15 minutes? I will start easy, but we'll get progressively harder. So there's 35 questions. As you can see, I have not taken this just yet. You know, the normal stuff. So for every one I get wrong, I got a card for y'all, okay? Let's get it. Which superstar was in trade talks around the trade deadline? Remember, this quiz will get harder and harder. You should easily get this one. Well, that'll be, of course, Anthony Davis. I don't think this is how you spell Porzingis' name. Porzingis, not Porzingis. But it was Anthony Davis. And we don't even know if he's going to get traded now. Did y'all hear the report that they believe that they could get Anthony Davis to stay? I want to see him traded because it'll be fun for the league. Who are the NBA's picks for the 3 MVP candidates in order? So it's going to go Giannis, James Harden, and Paul George. What were the orders of the seeds in the Eastern Conference? Okay, this should be pretty easy. So the 1 seed was the Bucks. The 2 seed was the Raptors. The 3 seed was the 76ers. Listen, we're going to talk about those games, but not today. Not today, but those games last night. Come on, man. The 4 seed, the 5 seed. So this is the right one. Cool. 3 for 3. Okay, same question, but the Western Conference. So the West had, of course, the Warriors, the Nuggets, the Blazers, the Rockets, the Jazz, the Thunder, the Spurs, and then the Clips. Great. Okay, final, very easy question. Which team president stepped down during the playoffs? The president's team did not make it. So, of course, you're talking about Magic Johnson. Remember, he did the interview. He was like, I'm not going to be here. Magic Johnson is no longer there. Moving on to the easy questions. Which of these NBA players have streamed Fortnite? That is Karl Anthony Towns. He's streamed Fortnite. Him and Ben Simmons were playing like PUBG once upon a time, but that was before the season started. Once the season started, actually, no. That was in the beginning of the season. Last year. Because I remember Karl Anthony Towns is like, yo, I got to end the stream because I got a game in the morning. And then Ben Simmons was like, who are you going against? And I think he was like the Nets. And Ben Simmons was like, you can afford to play another game. Basically saying that the next Nets suck. I think that's how it went. Don't get me, don't take my word for it. Something like that. This happened very early. Karl Anthony Towns. How many teams are there in the NBA? Okay. Yeah, these are super easy questions. When are we going to get to the harder ones, man? How tall is Boban? Quit playing with me. Y'all know Bobby's one of my guys. Which of these NBA players has a son coming to the 2019 draft? Who is that son? That'll be, of course, Manu Bo and Bobo. I'm being at the draft lottery. I think I told y'all this, but tomorrow is the NBA draft lottery in Chicago. I'll be there rocking my Bulls gear because we need that first overall pick. All right. Finally, for the easy questions, which company sponsors Stephen Curry? That'll be, of course, he's an Under Armour athlete. Starting off the medium questions. Which team has the most championships of all time? That's, of course, the Boston Celtics, and then followed by the LA Lakers. How many different teams has Dwight Howard played for? What are those teams? Okay, so 8 is too much. I think it's 6. He played for the Magic, then he was traded to the Lakers, then he ended up with the Rockets, and the Hawks, the Hornets, the Wizards. It don't feel like it's been that many teams, but it has been. 6 teams for Dwight Howard. Wow. And maybe even, no, he took up his option, didn't he? So he's going to be on the Wizards this year too, unless they like buy him out or something. Next, which superstar's career was changed massively from an injury last year? Okay. We throwing around the word superstar quite lightly. Gordon Hayward was never a superstar. He was an all-star, but he wasn't a superstar. Let's get that straight. There's only like 8 or 9 superstars in the NBA, maybe even 7. Gordon Hayward's not one of them, but he was an all-star. and his injury did change his career. Who did Matt Barnes drive 95 miles to beat up? That was, of course, Derek Fisher. I don't even know the real story. I remember reading about it, but it was a long time ago. I think Derek Fisher was... Yeah, I can't remember. It was something about Matt Barnes' baby mama. I think Derek Fisher was dating her. It's irrelevant at this point because both of those players, they don't have NBA jobs anymore. Who were the top 3 Rookie of the Year candidates last year, and who won it? The winner will have the little star next to his name. So, of course, Ben Simmons won it. So, the only one that has Ben Simmons with a star next to it is that one. These are supposed to be the medium questions. Come on, man. Who holds the scoring mark for most points in a single game? Y'all telling me this is a medium question? Asking about the 100-point game? The NBA novice can get this right. Literally, my girlfriend took a quiz on stream. Follow me on twitch.tv/KLT4Q. She took a quiz on stream, and a question like this popped up. And she knew it was Will Chamberlain. She don't even watch basketball. So how is this a medium question? I don't understand. It's Will Chamberlain. What NBA legend has a son who performed horribly in the NBA? Charles Barkley did not have a son in the NBA. Shaq has a son coming to the NBA, but he's not there yet. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I don't think he had a son to come to the NBA. That was, of course, John Stockton. I think, what was his son's name? David? Something like that. And he did not do very well. Which player on the Celtics dunked on Giannis multiple times in one series? Listen. The person that created this quiz name is Jalen Juice fan. So he's a Jaylen Brown fan. So it was Jaylen Brown. He had to give his guy one question, I guess. Which NBA star scored 0 points in a playoff game this year? They never gonna let Kyle Lowry forget about that, huh? But Kyle Lowry's in the Eastern Conference Finals, all right? Hopefully he performs for their sake. I don't care who wins it because my Bulls not in it. But for the Raptors fans' sake, let's hope he has a good series. Last medium question, which NBA star scored 1 point? And that was last year. Ben Simmons scored 1 point against the Boston Celtics. Yeah. Not his best game. Maybe one of his worst games. Okay, so now we get into the hard questions. Finally, who averaged the most points in Wizards franchise history? Let's go. See, this should be a hard question, but it's not because y'all know who I am, right? It's Wes. And whenever you see, listen, let me give y'all a little tip about taking these quizzes. Whenever you see a question like who averaged the most, who got the most rebounds, who got the most assists for a certain team in history, always go with the older player because those players was breaking records like crazy. 100-point games. Will was averaging 50, all right? He was averaging 50. So go with the older player. In this case, we're going with the older player in this West. I'm sorry, y'all. So far, we 21 for 21. No cards have been given out so far. Which player can dunk from the free throw line? Which player can dunk from the free throw line? I feel like this is a trick question because Vince Carter's in there. Y'all know Vince Carter, is one of the best dunkers of all time. I'm sure Vince Carter could have dunked from the free throw line, but did he ever? Did he ever? So nobody's dunking from the free throw line in game. So I'm trying to think, other than Vince Carter, Serge Ibaka was the only one on this list that was ever in a dunk contest. So it was one of Serge's dunks from the free throw line. Because I don't think Vince Carter's ever dunked from the free throw line in a dunk contest. But Serge was in the dunk contest. What year? Was that 2012? Something like that. I'm going Serge here. I'm sorry. Y'all rooting against me. I should have just gave y'all that one, shouldn't I? I should have just went with Vince Carter for y'all. Nope. I'm not trying to just give away free money. Are you kidding me? Who of these players is the shortest as JJ Barea? He's like my height. I don't care what the world say. JJ Barea is like 5'8", 5'9". At least that's what it looks like. Which of these players is the tallest? Devin Booker's like 6'5", 6'6" maybe. Who is a 2-time Shaq and the Fool MVP? Yeah, I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. How many teams does Lou Will play for? Okay, so he started off with the 76ers. That is right. He was a 6-man. No, 11 is too many. He played for the Hawks. He played for the Raptors. He played for the Lakers. He played for the Rockets. And now he plays for the Clippers. 6. All right, last hard question. Who are the four tallest players in NBA history? Also won't be asking many questions anymore. He won't be asking questions. There's still 9 questions. Regardless, Who are the tallest players in the NBA? Of course, we have Manu Bol. We have George Mirasan. I don't know if I ever pronounced the name right. Yao Ming and Sean Bradley. Simple. Not in my house. That'll be, of course, my boy Dikembe. I got a Dikembe Mutombo jersey up there. You probably can't see it. But Dikembe, come on, finger wag. If you don't like that, you don't like NBA basketball. That is Grant Napier. He's the commentator for the Sacramento Kings. He also say, if you don't like that, you don't like Kings basketball. Whenever De'Aaron Fox or Buddy Hield do something ridiculous. Simple. Forgotten lockdown. I got to talk about Tony Allen. Tony Allen ain't forgotten, at least in my part of town, because Tony Allen is Chicago. Nobody forgets about Tony Allen, man. First team all defense. First team. Name the NBA listings from top players of all time for each position. So the NBA has a list. This is not my personal list. So Magic Johnson is going to be number 1 for point guards. Jordan for number 1 for shooting guards. It's this one. LeBron, Tim Duncan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. There's 4 questions left. I got a perfect score. Yeah. Ready for the insanely hard questions. Yes. Come on. Give me something. Who is the biggest bust in NBA history? Personally, I would say Anthony Bennett, considering he was out of the NBA in like 3 years, and it's just that. But out of these questions, I don't think it was Greg Oden. It's not going to be Javaris Crenton. I'm guessing they're going to say it's Sam Bowie because he was drafted before the greatest of all time, right? He was drafted right before MJ. Yep. 3 insanely hard questions. Let's go. Unscramble these letters and find the player. See, this is not hard because I can look at it and say, boom, boom, boom. Okay, it can't be Dwayne Wade because there's no Y up there. So cross Dwayne Wade out. Boom, boom, boom. There's no G up there, so it can't be Dwight Howard. It's Kawhi Leonard. See, if he would not gave me no options, that's a hard question. But he gave me the options. That's Kawhi Leonard scrambled up. Simple. Which Boston Celtics player was conditioned in strength to be the hopes of the Giannis stopper? Semi Ojeleye. This is the very last question. Perfect score so far. But since I love y'all so much, I'm going to get this one wrong on purpose. How did the 76ers get out of their hole? I'm guessing it's going to be the process. But for y'all's sake, I'm going to get a credit to Sam Hinkie so somebody can get something for free. There it is. One wrong, y'all. So follow me on... Let's give it away on Twitter. We'll give it away on Twitter since it's only one. So follow me on Twitter. When this video comes out, I'll make a tweet. You retweet it to get entered. And then I'll randomly pick a fan in 24 hours. So that gives everybody around the world a chance to enter, okay? Thank y'all so much for watching. Let's make it a $20 or $25 code. Thank y'all. Peace.